What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big John and G, the Too Good Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. Alright, so the last time I tried to shoot, we were baking. We were just baking. So I brought it back inside. This week, raining. Trying to go outside to do the shoot. It is pouring rain. I've done it a few times before, but I was able to manage the umbrella and the camera, and this time I was not. Rain, wind, horrible day for shooting. Horrible day for shooting. Great day if you're a duck, that's for sure. But horrible day if you're trying to shoot with one hand on the camera, another hand with the umbrella. And you know me, I do a lot of talking with my hands. I'm a New Yorker. Sometimes we do that. Actually, usually I do that. Anyway, so it was just a complete mess, a hot mess. So we're here again. Here we are in the Nerd Wasteland for this Midday Monologue Monday. Here we are, and I want to talk about something I've been having a lot of fun with lately, and I want to bring it to everyone. You may have been noticing in some of my videos, and I just really enjoyed the heck out of it, and that's using terrain and tile and building pieces for the games. Not just for RPGs, but also for board games. You know, it could come in handy. You know, maybe not so much the scale model houses, but when you start talking about terrain tiles and terrain pieces like trees, rocks, now we're talking. So yeah, I want to talk about that for a few minutes. So hey, join me down the table and hear what I got to say, and then you'll know what you want to put down in the comments. I'll see you all down there. All right, thank you for joining me inside on this rainy, well, I don't know what it's doing where you are, and I actually don't even know what it's doing here in New York City on the day that this drops. That's right now, thank you for joining me on this rainy day. So, yeah, I've been collecting a lot of terrain, building pieces, as well as miniatures over the years, especially, well, at least over the last 10 years since I've been rebuilding this little mini empire of mine. And I'm playing less and less D&D, time-wise. I've mentioned this before, I'm not going to get into it now, but you know, real life sucks when you're an adult. It really does langolier your time away. I'm not giving you that one, you got to look that up. So because of that, board games have become so much more prominent in my gaming group. But even with the board games, sometimes there's ways that I look around the Nerd Wasteland here and I'm like, I can do better. Sometimes it's just a minor add-on. Sometimes it can be a major overhaul. The pieces that I have and that I use, the ones recently that I've been using, Clever Paper, this Russian company, has these really cool cardboard paper buildings, and they're really excellent, but they're a tad small. There we go. There's a magnet on it. They're a tad small, and I had read that in the review on Amazon, where I got these from other gamers, saying that they were a little small for your standard 28, 32 millimeter D&D Pathfinder style games, but they still looked really cool. So that's why I decided to go for them. And yeah, they are just a little bit smaller than I wish they were. And I honestly 100% believe that if Clever Paper made slightly larger versions of these, I think a lot of gamers would be interested in buying these. A lot of D&D players, a lot of Pathfinder players. I mean, just picture if this was scaled to size 28 millimeter, 32 millimeter, this is a great tavern you have. It's a great tavern piece. Oh, a room upstairs. Very cool. The sign of the cauldron. The hanging cauldron. I don't know, call it whatever the heck you want. But it's really cool. And I've been using them, you may have seen, for exterior shots on the slideshow pieces that I throw in with the 4 Against Darkness playthroughs I've done. And they work great for that. I love that. And sometimes I've been using Terraclips. I had to look up that because I have it right over there. It's this 3D system. The same company that does Malifaux, the Malifaux game. And I like them. And you may have seen that also, so I was using those for the interior shots during that video. And you get to build everything yourself with those. And I don't mean build everything like you do with this. I mean, yeah, you can build it and just leave it together. But it has these cool little clipping systems, so you can take it apart, you can rebuild it in any way. You can puzzle it together however you want to make different buildings, single floor, double floor, triple story buildings. And it's really great. And I've been using it, like I said, a lot. That's for the interior shot. So I'd be doing something like I would have the exterior of the tavern, and I'll flash up some pictures. So I don't have the Terraclip things handy right here, but I would then use the interior for that, and that really works good. Now, along with the exterior buildings, you may have noticed that I've been using these pieces, like this fountain here. Oh, nice little fountain, or UFO, depending on how you paint it, I guess. And it looks really cool. The water's painted nice, and this was from Legendary Realms Terrain, and this is a great small little company out of Long Island, and I've been following them, and I've been buying their stuff for 8 years now, maybe? Since before they even had the storefront, the full storefront in Long Island. I met them at New York Comic Con, and they had some great tile pieces. Lightweight, much lighter than the Dwarven Forge, which I do have. They're the first things that I ever got. But theirs were a lot lighter, so therefore it was cheaper. And I also like that the tiles were full cubes. You know, if it's a 10-foot corridor, it was 2 full 5-foot spaces, and then the wall. And most other companies, including Dwarven Forge, have the 2 tiles, but then they put the wall on top of that one side of the tile, so you're getting like 1 2/3 of a tile. And if you're just doing a 10-foot corridor, sometimes that could be a little tight on the base of two minis at once, and that always annoyed me. That always irked me. But Legendary Terrain doesn't do that. And I was like, wow, these are lightweight, they're cheaper, and it's full size, you know, if you get me. And I really dug that. And I have a couple of other pieces. Oh yeah, so I have the ultimate DM screen. I know I must be having pictures of that coming up or up already. My face might be covered right now by a spread. And that looks great, and it's functional. You know, as a DM screen, you have space behind it for your notes, to have minis on hand. The 2 main center towers are dice towers. One of them, the one on as the DM facing, the one on the left rolls out for the players to use, and the one on the right rolls back for the DM to use. And of course, it makes a great prop as well because it's a castle wall. Well, besides that, a few years ago, it was funny because T-Bone found this really cool tower on, I think it was eBay. Some Etsy type person just made this and put it up, and those towers are really super cool. And you can take them apart. You can make one big tower with them, or you can make two 2-level towers. You can make one 3-level tower, or one 4-level tower, and it's really cool. The stairs wrap around, and you've probably already seen the picture, or it's in front of me by now. I really don't know what he's going to do in the future. That's a great little piece also. Now you can use these in like sci-fi and fantasy board games if you have the appropriate pieces. Put them down instead of using the map or the tiles. You know, if you're playing a sci-fi tile laying game, and you happen to have sci-fi pieces for tiles, like I have 3 sets of the Dwarven Forge sci-fi set. I think it's 2 corridors and a room set is what I got. So I could always use those if I wanted to substitute for, let's say, level 7 Omega Protocol. Just use the appropriate shapes that the tiles have, and you have a vibrant 3-dimensional board for your players. Whew. Now, there's one thing, and I really want some advice on this. I really do. I really want some advice. Let me... Oh, yeah, they also... Legendary Terrain also does some really cool dungeon cavern pieces, too. I really love their cavern pieces. But that's not what I wanted to say. So, I've been looking for a while for good trees. And I finally found this company. It turns out they were in China. I found these on on Amazon, right? Now here's a standard Dungeons and Dragons figure. This one here is the Evoker's Apprentice, right? So here he is. And a lot of the times I've seen trees, they were so tiny. So I found this one, and I was like, okay, look at that size. It's like HO scale or something. I don't know train stuff. I don't. I should ask my buddy Kenny, though. Anyway, so I was like, oh, that's big. That's like HO. So I got a bunch of these. And I'd done this once before, and they didn't have bases. Well, I guess model trainers don't worry about that, because they have the foam mat or padding or something that they put it all in. But these, they had the bases. And that's really awesome. There's like 18 in this box. I can't remember what the company was. I'll look it up and I'll make sure I have it up here in case you're interested. But yeah, a couple of them, like you wouldn't buy this as a Christmas tree unless it was like the last one, that big hole in the back. So they don't all look great or perfect. Might have been from packaging. It almost looks like Pangea. The way it fits. That might be just for the packaging. But they're really cool. And they are some smaller ones that came with it also. There are some tiny ones. That's kind of cool. Put them like in the background of the shot or something. I don't know. But the coolest thing is, this is like the minimum size I would be looking for. So that works size-wise. Can't even see the apprentice there, can you? Like that. Is that any better? Right? So the minimum size that I would really want, that's cool. And they have a base, so that's awesome. And that's really the 2 things that I'm looking for. But I'm having trouble finding others. And not that I mind ordering from China, but I mean, it just took so freaking long to get here. So I'm looking for something locally, continent-wise, or near continent. Continent adjacent? I don't know. But do you use trees? Do you use tree terrain in your games? And if so, especially if you if they're about the size you saw me just show off, let me know where you get them from, because I'd really like to know. Because that seems to be my grail for terrain and tile pieces. Seems to be trees. I never have enough trees. All right, so yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that and find out what you guys thought about it. What do you use? Do you use anything to spice up your board game or your RPG game? Either way, let me know what you use. Give me a link if you can, because I'd definitely like to look into this stuff a little bit further. I really want to make my table more 3D. Is the best way I could put it. Anyway, so thank you very much for checking this out, everyone. And thank you for going over to the official Two Gun Pixie Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you so much for going and checking that out and seeing what we're dropping over there. Usually it's a lot of links to YouTube, but sometimes it's something else. Thank you for going and checking out. You never know what we're going to drop. Neither do we. Thank you for everyone that's gone over to the Two Gun Pixie Zazzle store and checked out some of our print-on-demand stuff. Cool hats, shirts, hoodies, sneakers, sandals, a whole bunch of things. Whatever I can slap an image on. All pretty nerdy, a lot of them RPG inspired. Go check it out. Doesn't cost anything to take a look and see if there's something you like. Very cool. But the coolest of cool is when you all come here. Right over here to our YouTube home. You subscribe, you watch our videos, you like them, and you comment. Coolest part is when you share. Thank you so much. That's the best thank you can give us. That's the biggest favor you can do for us. Thank you so much for sharing Two Gun Pixie with the world. You're the coolest. Thank you. So I'm your buddy Big Johnny G. The Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. And my friends, I am out of here.